right, me babbers. Oh no, that's Bristolian Dave's comment. Oh no, what I'm saying.
He's gonna
Hey,
do
everybody.
the copyright.
Glad you can join us. I'm Marinus from Darksiders Comics, and we're going to talk about, we have just a cool chat with cool people who have, some crowdfunding comics, and I wanted to highlight those comics to, show people that there are great, fantastic projects outside of the mainstream that people are really interested in. And there's two panels missing. One of them comes a little bit later because he's a repairman that's coming over. And I haven't heard from Katie, so presumably she's joining in soon. So we have in the panel Mr. Chris Fisk from Infinite Hill Comic.
Hello.
And we have Mr. Area Blackness from the UK.
Yo, all right, me babbers.
Yeah, we're gonna steal that from Dave, right? That's a permanent one. You lost it, Dave. It's gonna be ours. You cannot claim it. I'm gonna register it here for me. Or eat me bobbers. Is that how you say it? Probably not.
It's a good attempt.
So, Area, you are from the UK. I'm from the Netherlands. We are closest to each other, right?
Yeah, well, I'm from Mexico. I was born in Mexico, and now I've lived in Wales ever since I was 3 years old. So, yeah, I'm culturally very British, but I have Mexican blood in me.
Right.
That's cool.
Okay, that I didn't know. Okay. And Chris, you are from, to be exact?
Ich bin ein American. No, I'm I'm from New England, USA. So Northeast.
Northeast. So how's the weather there, basically?
Awful. It's basically your typical British, English, Irish day. Gray, rain.
You know what's weird? Every time I always wanted to go to the UK or Scotland or in that kind of area, but every time I watch some television, TV series or shows, it's always gray and raining.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
right.
The price you pay for the green.
Yeah, people must be miserable all the time.
If you looked at a map, like if you looked at the UK from outer space, there'd be lots of greenery and then a big dark grey cloud over Wales. And that's where I
cloud
live.
of depression, right?
Well, I remember there was a conversation about me moving to Pacific Northwest, Washington State, and there was all, oh, that's going to depress you. It rains all the time, blah, 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 blah. And it turns out that the annual rainfall in Massachusetts, here in New England, is just as high, if not higher.
Really?
So it's like, yeah, I think I could handle it.
Okay. So let's address the chat because, there's a lot of going on here. So let's start on the top. We have Pale Rider here. Hey, Pale, how you doing, man? Glad you are in the chat. Listen, all right, me babbers. I'm going to steal that one again. Would you look at that? I'm a mod. Better post some shit. Yeah. Well, you are the mod. You need to post it, and not me.
Oh, you've given him too much power.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here we go. Great. So we have some. He's doing his job.
Look at that.
Shout out to Kraken.
Thanks, Dave.
We have. Hey, Mr. Eric, what are you doing in there?
I'm in two places at once. It's amazing, right?
Wow.
It's the clone.
We have Bonds. Yeah. Okay. I'm tired now. Why? Is it something you ate? That's gimmick infringement. Well, it's not copyrighted, right?
Can you imagine if Dave was a WWE wrestler and that was his he comes out, yeah. All right, me babbers.
All right, me babbers. And then he's going to do the entrance with a belt on his
yeah.
Something like that. Hey, Ryu. Expect letters soon. Okay. I'm going to shoot the shit out. Well, you don't know where to find me. Welcome to Bristolian His Comics and Bristolian Blackness.
I like this.
That's great. That sounded a bit questionable. Hey, Ryu. Hey, Dave. Yeah. Okay. So who wants to start promoting their comic?
Hey, Chris, would you like to go first?
I'm happy either way. if you want me to go, I'll go.
Okay, I was just offering.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm happy either way. So if you want, I can go get my dice.
Chris.
Oh, hey, Sugar Chris.
Hey, Sugar's
Hey.
in the wow, a lot of great people here. Awesome. So, Chris, you doing fantasy?
Yes.
Yes, and it's when I look at your comic, I think, hey man, this could be some kind of content for a role-playing game or a RPG, like a or maybe a deck builder card game, stuff like that. And I'm recently trying to do playing some card games, not real one because I don't have any friends that play cards. So, yeah, but I think your comic looks really cool, and it lends itself really cool to that genre. Maybe you want to share it, what you are doing, and also talk about it.
Sure. Should I share my screen?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Let's share the screen. Got to make sure to tick the share system audio.
Yeah.
All right. And oops.
Okay, here we go. Add it to the stream. So here we go.
All right. So I'm making the Untitled Chronicles, The War of the Trees. We're starting here, obviously, with book 1. And as you had mentioned, the fantasy role-playing game or tabletop role-playing game or deck building game kind of aesthetic. Oddly enough, that I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that's kind of where the roots of this project started. Back in 1991, 12-year-old me stumbled into the Pelham Public Library, and I was introduced into the world of Dungeons and Dragons and how expensive that can be. And I was bitten by the I can do that too bug, and I thought I could make my own game system based off of that. Initially, it was Dungeons and Dragons 2.5 with Thaco, which anybody who's ever played that loves that system. Anyways, so I initially started with kind of how could I make my game different, and rather than being your typical like murder hobo style game like Dungeons and Dragons usually is, where you get a motley crew of adventurers that go off and kill stuff. I kind of looked at it more of a, how could I make my game different? And for starters, I really liked the improvisation and the acting and the kind of the collaborative storytelling aspects of tabletop role playing. And I started building a system around that. In fact, that's where Infinitale comes from. It's a portmanteau of infinite and tale. And the reason for that is that when I was looking at Dungeons and Dragons modules, they were very railroady. And in video game terms, railroading means that there is a definitive kind of path for which players are kind of shuttled along throughout the story. And there's not really that much of a fork or branching elements. And everybody that's played the game once knows where that destination will lead them to. Right. And with Infinitale, I built a system that mechanically rewards both storytelling aspects and acting. You get like the Emmy of the evening every session. You also no two games are the same. So when if indeed we start developing modules for this tabletop game system, it's more of an exercise for storytellers or the narrators, as they're called. They're not dungeon masters; they're narrators, because the story itself is being told by the players. The narrator just gives them the initial setting, kind of an initial impetus to drive them into the story, and starts providing them with almost like cards that they're laying down. As the train is in motion, they're laying the tracks down, and they've beforehand have developed kind of they could go this way or they could go that way, or here's some possible unintentional or unintended directions for them, and you keep adding to them on the fly. And the stories that were created from that system, I kind of had in a shipping container for about almost 20 years. And I came back to them after I had left the creative industry. I was a video game developer for about a decade. And I moved into a more stable, more satisfying industry. But I still had that itch for creativity. And I opened up the bin, and inside was all this stuff that had been sitting there for 20 years or so. And I was like, well, let's give it a read. Wow, this is actually competent. This is a decent story. I want to know. 20 years, you can't remember all of it. So you start reading through it, like, wow, this is something I actually want to read. And it's kind of a proof of concept of the Infinitel role-playing game system, of its ability for players or collaboratively to tell a decent story. And with that said, I thought, well, maybe I could take the chronicles of them and present almost like a historical primer of this fantasy world. So there will be 2 sagas, and a saga is a collection of about 10 books. And what we're seeing here is the first of those 2 planned sagas, which was the War of the Trees, which is the origin of the fantasy magical fairy fae eldritch planet. There were 2 worlds in this game system, and the secondary world where the players actually play in is called Monadea. It's pretty much almost a corollary to our world, or I should say the Dark Ages of our historical. Basically, I looked at all the books I could find at the Pelham Public Library on different history from cultures like the Finnish, the Welsh, the Icelandic, the
Nice.
the Irish.
Okay. So you integrated it all in one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I didn't. The whole cultural appropriation thing didn't exist back in the 90s.
No,
So I was like, that's cool. That's cool. That's
yeah.
cool.
Let's grab it and put it into one. Okay. I think you have one of the greatest trailers ever made. So if you want to start with that, give a...
Sure. So let me just run it. Can you hear it?
I like that comment.
We are all innocent ones. That time is no more. The illusions of safety and assurance are inexorably dispelled by experience. On the world of Asperia, the children of the gods were torn from their sanctuary of a blissful ignorance and unchallenged dogma. Eventually, everyone must grow up, even the eternally young. A single act of defiance set events in motion that would shatter the very foundation of existence. As the conflagration of a great war burned through the lands, unlikely allies rose from the ashes to defy extinction. The angered gods sought to rid the world of a blight that had befelled their flocks. This infection was an unforgivable sin, the true knowledge of creation. Their wrath was cruel and merciless.
Wow.
These are the tales of the great war that destroyed our world, and of the heroes that led us to new lands beyond it.
Awesome.
Infinito Chronicles, the War of the Trees.
Right.
That was
Great
so
visual
cool.
effects, man.
Thanks.
Hey, Chris, I know I asked you when you came on the bargain bin, but what is it you do when you're not doing Infinitel? Because all the graphic design and animation on this is so perfect. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Wow, that's well, one of my hobbies is sitting behind me. The arcade, I built an emulation machine and built the front end for it so that I have a background in graphic design and After Effects and stuff. So get to play with that.
You can tell you're really experienced at that, because this is it's your first campaign, right? But
Yep.
It's also one of the most professional packages I've seen on Indiegogo.
Thanks. Hopefully that sentiment is shared with the 90 people that have backed, because I want to, the part of this is I'm not really making much, if any. I'm actually not making a profit on this first campaign, but I'm hoping that it generates interest. And when I get this in people's hands, I want them to be as excited and as geeked out as I was, back in the day when I had my first Dragonlance module or my first Dragonlance comic.
Yeah. I think not cutting a profit is kind of the the story for most people who are crowdfunding. It certainly is for me. There's so many expensive things that go into it. But you've done really well, and it's really impressive how, like I said, professional this campaign looks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like it looks like we could find like Infinitail trading cards and stuff in stores. Like it's
Exactly.
ready for market.
Well, speaking of which, I've recently, when I was putting away, or I should say, when I was bundling up my the kind of the founders perks. These are things that will only be physically available to people who've backed finite perks on this campaign, and when the campaign ends, they won't get them. But I found heaps of these sleeves for cards, and I thought, I might as well, since I've got 9 of them, I might as well give the page too. So because this is series 1, they all fit neatly in here, even though technically this card right here, the player card, if you notice, the branding is a bit different than the Chronicles. And this one was actually for the game itself. On the back of it, it has the player skill of a written language or spoken language called Slirith, which is kind of like a lost dead language like Latin in our world. So it's throughout the book, readers may find ancient ruins or something with these inscriptions on it, or something else. Maybe creatures will speak the language, and you can use that card to translate what they're saying. And if you don't have the card, it's totally fine. You'll get the R2-D2 Chewbacca effect out of it, where the other characters may understand it or at least react to it, or you're not going to miss out essentially. But I thought it would be a nice little add in there, because during the game there were several languages. In fact, the language of magic is a language written in a very runic style. It's funny. I hijacked Latin for it, so when players are casting spells, it's not as technological as it is in Dungeons and Dragons, where you have a very finite. I can cast 6 level 7 spells.
Yeah.
It's okay. These are my elements. These are my cantrips, and I'm going to construct a stanza of them. And a stanza takes an acting turn, and the stanza is comprised of components. So you can get a card that has a recipe for those components. So you're like, okay, I'm going to cast Fireball, and it's got all these little components here. So I go, okay, stanza 1, I'm going to read Creo Ignis ad or ex corpus. And so then your character just sits there and goes, and then a flame comes out of their hand.
So what's next then? Infinitail Chronicles board game coming up? I mean, you're I can feel the passion that drips off you. It's so cool to see, man, that you are, going so deep in all the lore, and you know exactly what you are talking about. And I think for people who, like card games or RPGs, this is actually a very perfect, start to get into it all, right?
Sweet. Yeah. Well, I had a conversation once. It actually kind of sparked the idea for getting the comics out way before the tabletop role-playing game, which I also plan to do if there's enough interest in these comics. Mm-hmm. Was I had friends that worked at Blizzard, and I was like, how the hell did World of Warcraft have so many people champing at the bit before the game was even launched? Like, I've worked on multiple MMOs, or massively multiplayer online games, and they're all, they were the World of Warcraft killer, and it's like now it's just a grave of World of Warcraft killers, and World of Warcraft is still up there. Yeah, and it's like, how did they have such staying power? What got people before the game was in there? And the conversation led to, well, it's because players knew about the world. They wanted to see what they had already seen from a bird's eye view in the strategy games and in the comics. And when World of Warcraft opens its gates, it's like, now I get that ground level perspective as one of those units, or I can go to a Strathhome or run the fields of Kalimdor or something. I've already seen that referenced in previous material, so right. Now I'm going to experience it again. And that's what I was thinking I could do with the comics, was releasing these sagas of the War of the Trees saga, and then another one, Empires of Ruin, which is the other story from the other world. And the game itself takes place long after this. So this is your historical primer into that world, where if you get invested, you actually like what's there.
Awesome.
You're able to jump into the game and go, okay, I want to be like this guy, or I want to do something like that.
That's great. Let me address the chat a little bit quick because we have some new comments in here. We have Comics Gatekeeper, Sexy Els. Hey man, welcome. We have
sexy Els.
Yes. We have COVID Kev here. The trailer was unreal. Really, yeah, it is. And he says Bliss is going to steal that. He says, Burn Scribe says, late, but I'm here. Well, welcome, man. Glad you are on the show, joining with us and having fun. And hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. Share it, stream it. Give me a like. Leave a comment. That would be great. Sugar Chris says, no, I'm not going to dress up as anything. Why not, Dave? You want to. It doesn't matter. Do you see here? You see a red dress elf, leaning on the balcony. That's great.
Hey, it's Halloween. It's
love it,
time
man.
to dress up.
Yeah. Sexy Bristolian Day. Woo! Oh, Bristolian Days as a fan. Oh, wow.
Giggity.
Bristolian fans.
Yeah. That's actually a good one. Bristolian Day says, don't worry, members, I make everyone feel welcome. Yes, you do, and I'm happy you are here, helping with the chat and stuff. Grab a drink, get some food, watch some good shit. And by the way, follow Bristolian Dave on his channel. I stream once in a while, well, mostly every week, but this week we have not much time. We do mostly, movie-related stuff, so check out this channel. Mr. Burnscry says, just finished the first round of edits of Niven's War. Would have been earlier, but I was powering through those. Okay, awesome. Niven's War. I don't know that one. Do you know that one, Chris or Aria?
Yeah, that's Justin's book. He's a novelist, right? He doesn't do comics. He does actual novels that people who are actually literate can read.
Yeah.
Not like it's comic book scum. But Justin is really cool. Justin helped me out with my campaign loads, and I'll tell you more about it in a bit, but it's cool to see you here.
Yeah. Okay. So, guys, stick around. Chris, let's go through your campaign and tell us and tell the chat and tell everybody who's watching why they should back your book. And because we have only 6 days and we have 90 backers, so let's push it to the 100, right? That's a nice.
Yeah.
So it ends on Halloween then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's a great one. Right.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of them ending on Halloween. So I hopefully that means I'm due for a lot of books coming in because, like we had said earlier, we were talking about
shilling.
So just to give the backers or some sense of what we're doing with this project. The book itself is already done. It's already been written. It's already been composed. Its pre-production ended before I even launched the campaign. So it's basically waiting at the printers for quantities. And in fact, that's what I was calculating before the stream. Because I want to make sure that I can get these books out as quickly as possible, because this campaign isn't here for me to be making a profit, because I'm not. It's
hey,
more
Vinny.
of
Hey guys,
hey, how's it going, Vinny?
how we doing, man?
Great. Glad you are here. Chris, just finish your sentence, please.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Yeah.
All right. So this campaign is designed to see how much interest I can generate for this product, this series.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, because this is the first campaign, I want to make that first impression. And as we can see here on the InfinitelChronicles.com website, we have 10 books planned. They've already been written. They were written about 30 years ago. So I'm not going to George Lucas this or what's his face there, J.J. Abrams it, and kind of wing it as we go along and have no direction and be like, oh yeah, at the end Rey Skywalker's here. No, this has a planned story. There's a closed loop. You're not going to get the black box with hopefully something that's not a severely unfulfilling conclusion.
Look at all the animations on this screen. Like, this guy is so ready for to be in comics. This is so cool.
So
There's so much work
professional.
gone into this campaign.
Yeah, this. I mean, you said this is your first campaign, but I don't know, man. Are you sure? Are you not lying to us?
Well,
Great stuff.
thanks. Oops, I keep doing that. So yeah, it's a 50-page full color book. It's basically, like I was saying earlier, this is the historical primer for the origins of the fairy folk or the elves, the War of the Trees saga, and the interior art is done by two Portuguese artists that, man, I love their work. It's Antonio Brandão, who did the penciling and inking, and Alzir Alves that did the coloring. I jumped in and did some coloring as well. I'm hoping I could match their skill, but it is what it is. Some of our book covers here, we have the standard edition cover, which shows a couple of our heroes. Some of them might not be surviving to the end of the book. No spoilers.
Okay.
Michelle Hechner, a artist from Blizzard and Riot Games, has done a variant cover here where we see the lovely Ashlyn, queen of the elves of one of the seven sovereignties of Vesperia, where this where the story takes place, and her loving husband Kaelin. And here is another cover done by Genzo Man, who did more of an action-orientated version where we see a hydra of some sort, and Ashlyn off in the distance, and Kaelin with his men, and their not so ferrous metal weaponry, and their bare feet. We're offering a add-on perk of a double-sided poster. It's 48.26 centimeters by 68.58 centimeters, so it's almost movie size. It's pretty big, and if you get tired of Michelle's work, you can flip it over, and it's Genzo Man's work.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That is
cool.
awesome, man.
Sweet. And then the Series 1 cards, what we're doing is giving you kind of the character bios, essentially, and we have this nice little pronunciation guide, because the Irish names that everybody bears, we all know how Irish names brutalize the Roman alphabet, so I tried to give you a nice pronunciation guide.
Yeah.
Little bio, nice little faction. She's from the Thierry Gothen faction. Yeah. We see something very similar to Ogham for a font there. And then here are these physical bonuses that will go to backers of this campaign who backed perks that are finite, things like the poster, the cards, the ultimate bundle I'll get to in a moment, stuff like that, or even the variant covers. We get this nice little 4-inch standee of Kaelin here. It's like I said,
let me make it bigger. Let me make it bigger.
Yeah, sure, if you want. It's War of the Trees, and it's two-sided, so if you don't like him with a spear in one hand, you can flip it over and he's in the other. And the other perk is this holo card done by MR Gun Art. I apologize for the ring light reflection.
And that's a red dress. Oh man, who would have thought it?
Oh no! Run, Sugar Chris, run!
Oh.
Hellrider's right there.
Yeah, I know. He's all like,
oh yeah, man, he's drooling right now.
So yeah, here are all of the perks that are eligible for those for these two founders bonuses. And once this campaign ends, these are gone for good. So get them while you can.
Get them while you can. Chris, refresh your campaign, please.
Right.
I believe you got another backer.
Oh, got another two.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah, man.
Awesome.
Dude, only 8 away from hitting that 100 backer mark.
Oh, yeah.
That's fantastic.
8 to go. 8 to go.
so just to give you
two burns scribe. Jesus, every time I look at Chris, I think, oh man, I want to play that game right now.
Yeah. It's got every game on it, so it's
what do you
mean?
Fun
as hell. It just sucks being in solitary confinement after this lockdown. So
right.
But some of the some of the perks we have here, I created this convenience bundle. You're not really saving anything, but based on some feedback I got from earlier streamers, they're saying, I didn't even know you could buy the cards, so I just bundled together the standard edition plus the 9 cards, and you'll be getting the that nice little page sleeve as well, so you can organize them. If you not really interested in enduring the shipping costs, you can take the Australian edition. I mean, the digital edition here.
The
That,
Australian edition. What's that? What's that?
It's a nice PDF. And I'll show you something that I've been working on, thanks to my video game background, that I thought might be interesting that I've included in the Ultimate bundle that involves the digital edition. So here we have the standard edition, $15 United States or USD. It's 50 pages full color. We have the Michelle Hechner variant cover, $20. Again, it's the same interior, just has a nicer cover in my opinion. Sorry guys. And then we have the Genzo Man, same thing. And these are both finite. As you can see, we've got claimants. So anyone that purchases these will also get those founders physical perks that I had shown earlier. There's a nice retailer bundle here, the Epic bundle. You get five standard editions plus one of those two-sided posters. And then finally, we get the Ultimate bundle, which is I threw everything in the kitchen sink in here. So you get everything, anything that's been added post this has also been added in. And what I was mentioning earlier about the digital edition is if I take out my little experiment here with near field communication, we have this nice little shiny card that gives you instructions on the back on what to do, which hopefully you won't need them because they're extremely simple to do. All you need to do is take your phone and boop, and let's see if it loads. And there you go. You can download your PDF.
Crazy.
And oops, yeah, I'm like backseat. There we go. And yeah, there it is. There's the PDF in all its glory. So yeah, it's. I figured this would be a nice little additional physical perk. You get this, and you'll get the link. So if you don't want to play around with your phone, you'll also get the email link, just like the normal digital edition backers will get. So you get that, and then you get this nice little means to tap it and download it on your phone.
Great. That's actually great.
Chris really thought of everything on this campaign.
Yeah. So we have Genuine Comics in the house. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hello.
And start cheer for using Babiston.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yes, this crowdfunding's all well and good until you lose all your funds to Dave in the lawsuit.
Yeah. Indeed. You got a lot of goodies, man. It's fantastic. I didn't know that with the card that you can, scan it and then, read a PDF. That's a great one. That's okay. Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I figured that would come in handy at like conventions if those ever open up again. Rather than like fumbling through trying to type out somebody's email or whatever, you just give them a card. There you go. It's all yours.
Awesome. So yeah, Infantile Chronicles, The War of the Trees, #1, guys. 8 backers till 100. Back it now or back it later, but just back it. Just do it. Let's get Chris to 100. 6 days left. We can make that. And we're going to Mr. Area Blackness.
Hey, cool.
Hey, how you doing? Well,
yeah, not bad. We had we've had a good week on the campaign. It's been a bit dead since we I noticed as soon as you go in demand, Instagram Indiegogo just drops you from their algorithms so quick. But this week we announced a new product, and we actually had a fair few backers this week, and we just hit 100 backers today, 10 minutes before I came on the show.
Awesome.
So that's great, man.
Congrats.
That absolutely made my day because we closed out with 92 backers, and then it was a crawl to get to 100, but we made it. So I'm very happy, and I'm very grateful to people like Justin and Chris and who else? It was Michael McCartney who backed today. There was a bunch of others as well who helped me out lately. So I'm really grateful to all you guys. We hit 100 backers, and
damn,
I actually uploaded on my Twitter an update. I sent out an email. I'm really rubbish for keeping backers updated. I sent out an email the other day, so anyone who has backed should get that progress email.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, it's on my Twitter. I pinned it to the top of the page, so you can go check that out if you happen to not receive the email. But yeah, so this is the Adventures of Taylorson in Outer Space. It's a superhero sci-fi story centered around the intergalactic vigilante known as Tailless. He is that 6 foot tall, spandex clad, super shredded, freaky cat looking guy in the center there. And yeah, it's this is actually the Tailless Collected Edition, which is a collection of 7 mini comics. 7 is really cool because one of those was actually unlocked. It was a bonus one that we unlocked for being successful on this campaign. Yeah, so this is a collection of 7 mini comics, and this is not only this is the very first comic book I ever drew, all the way through to the most recent comic book I ever drew. So it's not only a story, right? It's also, you're going to see like the progression of the artwork and the how I learned to create comics through this book. This is really since it's my first project, it's a learning experience, and I feel like I'm going into my next project like full steam ahead right now. I've figured out my rhythm, and I'm drawing the 7th mini comic right now, and I'm really pleased with the artwork. It is it's starting to look like how I see things in my head, and I'm glad I've reached that point in my ability, and I'm really hoping all the 100 backers are going to enjoy reading these stories and checking out the artwork.
I mean, you did it, man. You reached your goal, right? And now it's going from here to infinity. And I mean, it's when I look at that, I mean, I love the saturated colors and stuff. I see some barbarian hero, well, it's maybe a space hero. I see some sexy demons.
Hell yeah!
Are they demons, by the way?
Yeah, well, they're called the Sirens, right? They're literally like mermaids, sirens in outer space, except they've got devil horns and triple titties, and they call out across the galaxy. They sing their songs and draw in these weary travelers to their lair. And they're in mini comic number 5. It's called Into the Siren's Snare, and it's probably my favorite story out of the bunch because it's just goofy, it's fun, and I like drawing triple-breasted alien women. So
that's awesome. Do you have a trailer to show us with this?
Yeah. I'll have to drop my screen out for a second because I didn't
no problem.
Problem with my setup is whenever I share audio, I get a lot of echo. So I'll show you. I'll show you the trailer for the Keshi figure because that's what I want to talk about more so today. Because of course my campaign comes in 2 parts. We've got a comic book and an action figure. So let me show you this one first.
Okay. Oh, curious.
Adventurers beware. Evil lurks in the darkest corners of outer space. They're here to take over. Have no fear. Now you have the power to save the galaxy. Introducing Keshi Tailless, the 2-inch-tall defender of the galaxy.
You'll never stop us, Tailless.
Think again, bad guys. Take that. Well done, adventurer. The galaxy is saved. Keshi Tailless comic book and other merchandise now available on Indiegogo. Back the hottest crowdfunding book of the year. Adventure lies in your hands.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Wow.
Did my screen bug out? My Wi-Fi is not the best.
No, I mean
there was that little
feels like some kind of 80s commercial or something.
Yeah. Well, I love Master of the Universe, Thundercats, all that stuff. So and I'm a big action figure geek, and I love the trailers. So I was watching Master of the Universe trailers, and that's what inspired that one. And I saw it as kind of like an art project, and I actually really enjoyed making that. Let me log out of this so you can see it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that leads me to. I wish my internet would hurry up. It's been so slow today. That leads me to the new thing on this campaign, Pumpkin Spice Tailless. This is the brand new action figure that I announced earlier this week, and big thanks to Chris, who was one of the backers. so we released Keshi Tailless right at the start of the campaign. That's the blue one, the standard one. Michael McCartney backed Keshi Tailless today as well. Thank you so much, dude.
Hey, Michael, welcome to the stream.
What's he saying? How did you get?
Yeah, how do you get the epic voice guy to narrate the ad?
The secret is Fiverr. I just found a really cool guy on Fiverr, and I think a lot of people in CG are going to be using him now because they like his voice, right?
He's
he is epic. I thought I would give it a go, but I don't have that. I can't do that. And but yeah, so we released Keshi Tailless at the start of the campaign, and he did really well. We actually sold enough of him to upgrade him from a 3D printed model to a actual what do you call it, rubberized version. So he is authentic, like authentic 80s muscle action figures.
Cool.
Yeah. So since it's Halloween, I thought we'd do something spooky, inject a little bit of life into the campaign once again. We released Pumpkin Spice Tailless. And what's really cool is about this one is not only is it just a straight orange variant of the regular figure, this is actually CG's first scented action figure. So I've been talking with my guy Latif from Graphite Toys. He's the guy I'm working with to make these figures. And he says, yeah, totally doable. We can make scented action figures. And I've got him on the case. He's working. He has my order. He's working on the figures right now. And this is going to be something really cool. It's like, I don't know how big a fan you guys are of like Master of the Universe, but they had action figures like Stinkor and Mossman, who their whole gimmick was they were scented.
Yeah.
And that like they're two of my favorite action figures ever. So it's really cool to replicate that gimmick. And I can't wait to get one for myself because I think it's goofy, it's fun, and it's like it takes me back to my childhood. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys Pumpkin Spice Tailless. He is actually going to be the one of the rarest figures probably that I ever do because there will only be a maximum of 10 of them made.
Yeah.
We've sold 6 out of 10 so far.
Yeah.
You know how many of these you could sell to those Instagram girls?
Yeah, that's what, you should have seen the conversations me and Latif were having. I was like, we're going to make him pumpkin scented. The girls are going to love it.
No,
One for each nostril.
Yeah. I mean, how big are they? I mean, I got these very small Masters of the Universe Modu figure here. Well, because of the green screen, you can barely
hold
see
it in front of you and we can see it. Yeah. He's maybe about the same size.
Yeah, let me make myself a little bit bigger.
Taylor's kick
So here is
He-Man's ass.
Could Taylor kick whose ass?
Taylor's is going to kick He-Man's ass.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's gonna go, hey, hello.
Curse you, He-Man!
Curse you, He-Man!
Well, these guys have tiny legs and gigantic arms. So
Yeah.
all your character has to do is just like sweep the leg, Johnny.
Then it's over, right?
Show no mercy. Hey, Marinus, blow my screen up for me.
Yeah,
And I'll
sure.
show you these Keshi figures.
It's actually a little bit bigger, I guess. Yeah.
So, yeah, he's 2 inches tall. He is made in
Muscles.
scale with classic muscle figures. And the one I've got right now is one of the test prints. So actually, this is what we were offering at the start of the campaign before we unlocked the stretch goal. So this is 3D printed currently. He's rigid and, to be honest with you, kind of brittle. That's why I'm so glad that we unlocked the upgrade and we're making him rubberized. So like the authentic ones,
nice.
he'll be bouncy and rubbery and flexible, which means you don't have to worry about dropping this guy. You'll be able to, throw him at your brother, your sister, throw him at the wall, cause carnage with him, and he'll be absolutely invulnerable. He'll be perfect.
Can you eat it too? I mean, it's gummy all stuff.
No.
I was talking with Don Chin about it. He said he wanted edible, gluten-free Taillesses, and I was like, well, I'm pretty sure he's gluten-free. So if you want to take the risk, that's on you. But you'll certainly smell tasty for sure.
Fun for the whole family, Michael says.
Oh, yeah. I hope I don't get any poison complaints from people ingesting action figures now.
Yeah. You should put a health warning on it just in case.
Do not eat your toys, people.
No.
Yeah, I might put that on the packaging actually.
No Play-Tendos or something. Cool. That's awesome, man.
So that was the big thing. I'll tell you how you can get your hands on a pumpkin spice Tailless. There are only 4 remaining. So 2 ways you can get them. You can back that feature tier that's right there for just £9. That is £3 cheaper than I'm offering the regular figure at. So he is at a discount as well. So you can get yourself a cheaper and rarer figure for just £9. And if you want to support the campaign even more, you can back some artwork. And if you back any artwork tier, which I'll show you now, we have a bunch of them. We have a tier where you can purchase pretty much any page from the interior of the book. Where we scroll down a bit more, and then we have the trading card artwork. We got Max Headstrom. We got Mike De Bruin. There's the tier where you can purchase any artwork from the book, and then we've got the actual cover and the Preston Acevedo artwork. If you were to back any art tier on the campaign, I'll just send you a pumpkin spice Tailless for absolutely free.
Ooh.
So 2 ways you can get pumpkin spice Tailless, and it would be really cool to sell out of these. I think we can. I've got a couple streams lined up, so a little push before Halloween, and I'm sure we'll sell out of these. So don't wait, don't miss out. There's only 10 of him, and I will stop selling them on Halloween. So don't wait around for this.
People. Back it now before it's gone.
You don't want to miss out on this guy. He's going to sound absolutely delicious. He's CG's first scented figure. So yeah, check it out. That's a pumpkin spice Tailless.
Yeah. And that's just toys, right? I'm sorry. Sorry, Chris.
I was just going to ask, was it intentional for them to be like the same size as the muscle things?
That was the whole inspiration behind it, because like I want Blackness Comics to not just be comics. I want to go into action figures because, you know, my heart is torn between the two things, you know. So the Keshi figures were actually they were a big risk, but it was a lot lesser of a risk than doing a fully articulated action figure, right? So it was a good dip my toe into the waters of creating action figures, experiment, and it paid off. So we're planning to do more Keshi figures. Latif and I are talking about doing articulated figures, and it'll be on a small scale, obviously, because, you know, I'm not a huge creator. So, but you know, it's indie comics. We'll be doing some cool stuff. And every action figure that's going to come out of Blackness Comics is going to be inspired by like 80s and 90s figures like He-Man, Masters of the Universe, and then of course muscle figures, stuff like that. So
awesome.
That'd be sweet to see a crossover with Kinnikuman, the Japanese, like
hell yeah,
the shonen. Like that would be so sick.
Hell yeah. Something else about the Keshi figure is I'm trying to keep it super authentic. So all the packaging will be in Japanese. I can show you on the graphic there. All the packaging is in Japanese.
So desu.
I can't. The trading card as well. Everything's in Japanese. Because of course, if you back this Keshi Tailless, he comes with a trading card, and all that's translated in Japanese. However, I don't speak Japanese, so I'm relying on Google Translate here.
Chris, what does it say?
I'm actually, I can speak it. I can't read it.
Oh.
So I'll tell you what it says. If it's accurate, if the translation works, then this is the opening script from The Empire Strikes Back.
The period of civil unrest.
This packet contains chicken soup.
But you need to get those guys from episode 1 to read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What me? I'm not a stereotype. That's awesome.
Oh, shit.
That's so cool, man. I mean, what you were saying earlier, Aria, about, you know, being torn about comics and toys. I mean, we all grew up with, well, most people, I believe, from you know, I want to say our age, but I realize that I'm pretty old. So let's remove that part. But, you know, we grew up with toys. Anyway, that from maybe your favorite comic book or cartoon or whatever. And what is more cooler than creating a comic with your own characters and then have a toy of it?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. That's absolutely cool. I mean, I want to see a Shadow of the Kraken boat, with or a Infinity Tail action figures, something like that.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
Thunder Punch Kalen.
Exactly. So, but yeah, and that's. I mean, you are now showing the toys, but you have a comic book as well.
Yeah. So the comic book itself is a collection of 7 mini comics. So Tailless is the character I came up with to learn how to create comics, and I knew from the get-go, from issue 1, that there wasn't any point in me starting on a big story. So I thought little short 6 and 8 page stories, that's a good way to figure it out, and it paid off, because each one's like a brand new fresh idea. I'm drawing different things, learning different skills, and it works. And as you read the book, you're going to notice that the difference between each book and the next, and you'll see things I drew badly in one that I drew well in the next, stuff like that. And so we collected all 7 mini comics. We unlocked 4 extra pages throughout the campaign that I went back and added in. And what was cool about those ones is I had to try and replicate my art style from like the previous books. That was a lot of fun trying to draw those. And we also locked the whole extra 7th mini comic, which is the one I'm drawing currently. And that one's really cool because it's actually a prequel to my next project, which will be the first full-size Tailless issue, which will be the first big story. Training wheels are off now. I'm going in, full throttle. I'm going to give it my all now. So, the first full-size Tailless issue 1 will be out next year at some point. And you're going to see the very first glimpse of that story in the Tailless Collected Edition. And then, hey, Dory, good to see
Dory.
you. I'll be streaming with Dory on, I think it's Halloween or the day before. It must be the day before, actually, because I have the bargain bin on Halloween night. So, yeah, good to see you. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. And then the other half of this book is the bonus material section. So I'll show you the little graphic we have here. You're going to get all 7 mini comics straight away, but then we're also going to see the bonus material section. I'm actually in this really lucky position. My father happened to keep... Taylor doesn't go back too far, like 6 years now. And my father is really good at keeping all my drawings and all that. So he had a folder full of absolutely everything, right? And I crawled through every single page that might have, even just a tiny scribble of Tailless on it. Every single image I have ever drawn of Tailless is going to be in this bonus material section. Cool. And it's a way for me to show like where he started and where he is now. And you're going to see the development, because he was a totally different idea originally to this, muscle-bound vigilante in outer space. And he was very much more like Garfield newspaper style character.
Yeah, you can see
when I first came up with him. And you're going to see that bonus material. You're also going to see a bunch of fan art. And what's really cool is all these stories that I sort of blab about on live streams and stuff. I'm going to write them down, make sure that they're, cleaned up and all that, and get the points across. So I'm going to be telling you all these like behind the scenes stories. Also a bunch of stuff I probably haven't already told people on stream. Just talking through the creative process and what was happening in my life and stuff as I was developing Tailless. So yeah. This is going to end up being an 80-plus page book by the end of it. So 56 pages of story, I believe, and then 20 to 30 pages of bonus material.
That's a big book, man.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
My thinking here is I'm going to literally put everything Tailless out on the table. You can see it all, warts and all. And then so that I have a blank slate, right, to go into my next project with.
So speaking then about a little bit about your next project, not that I want to go into. So, but Tailless is your main book, right? Is that or is that a side project for something that is to come, or is this your main book that you want to expand? Like universe, new characters, new stories, and then maybe some side stuff.
As of right now, Tailless is everything I've ever done. I drew Twisted Fairy Tales. That was a 4-page story. I've done, pinups and odd things for people as they've asked me. But like Tailless issue 1, page 1 is the very first actual sequential art I put down on paper, and then the one I'm working on right now is the most recent, and I've done nothing in between. Everything I've done so far is Tailless. But yeah, I do want to expand him. Hey, Miriam.
Hey, Katie.
Hi guys.
Like I said, the next project will be Tailless issue 1, the first full-size issue, and that will be part 1 of 2 or 3 that will make up this bigger Tailless story that I've had in my head for quite a while now.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, really. That's
Thanks,
I mean, it's great. Like I said, on the backers and going, and then with your toys. I mean, that's new. That's great. That people, I think they're gonna love it, man. Really.
Thank you.
It's great stuff.
I'm really trying to push the toys because obviously the book has sold more, and I think the Keshi figures are so cool. I just I can't wait for people to start sending me pictures and all that when they end up with the figures. It's gonna be wicked. And so like I said earlier, for anyone who has backed, I sent out an email the other day updating you all on the campaign status. But if for whatever reason you didn't see that email, check out my Twitter. I pinned it to the top of my Twitter. I just screenshotted the email so you can read it all there.
Fantastic. Awesome.
So I got a sorry, I got a question, Aria. What was your favorite action figure as a kid?
Oh
man.
Like if you could make any action figure to replicate, which one would it be?
Okay, I really like Trapjaw from the Masters of the Universe.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With the replaceable arm attachments. I love that. I would love to do like just riffing on this idea, like a cyborg Tailless would be so cool, where he's got like body parts ripped off and mixed up and all that. That would be so cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Would he have a ring on the top of his head so you could stick a string through it?
Yeah, sure. Like maybe his ears would touch and you could slide him down the wire.
Or maybe button on the back that you push and then the arm goes this, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Trapjaw. That was the crown jewel in every Masters of the Universe collection.
Yeah, I love Trapjaw. I do this thing where I don't collect like whole series of figures. I just collect the characters I like. So upstairs, I've just got a bunch of Trapjaws and like almost no other Masters of the Universe.
Wow. My favorite is the one that the Four Horsemen did in 2001.
Yeah.
When they first brought them back, that Trapjaw figure is amazing. That sculpt.
I mean the Origins version, the Masters of the Universe Origins.
Is it Origins? Is that the name of it? When they first tried to bring them back,
he had like an alternate head color. Didn't he have like 2 heads? He had like the green head and then like another
Cronus head and
yeah. Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna find.
Oh,
this.
I think I have a figure here on YouTube. Oh wow, that's a big one.
Wait, well, Vinny was like the man when it came to McFarlane stuff. So he's.
I mean, guys, let me share. I'm not sure if this is what you mean, but I'm going to share it anyway. So let me. Wait a minute.
Go for it, because I found it too.
Really? Okay, wait a minute.
The one I'm talking about here, but we'll see.
Four Horsemen. That's.
It was still Mattel, but I know those are the guys responsible because I got to see these things before they got released and before anyone knew that they had the license.
I envy you of that, Vinny, because that's like my.
Do we all do?
I wanted to break the glass and take it because like the two.
Look at that! Holy crap.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
Design. Huh?
Isn't that crazy? Look at man.
Yeah, that design. That's my favorite out of all those.
Drop the original up to
Jesus
11.
Christ.
Yeah, I love it. And I see them releasing new versions of Trapjaw like today, and I'm like, oh god, now I got to buy another one.
What's this? Oh, this is something else.
Yeah,
okay.
It's Mythic Legions, but that's it's based on the same design, right? Same
right.
colors.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, look at how big it is.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a statue.
Yeah,
man, it's really cool.
Yeah, I don't have that statue, so thanks, guys. Now I'm gonna have to blow like one crown.
More money down the drain. Yeah, but awesome. Okay, and we have 2 new members. Well, not really new. So Vinny, you are busy with something in your house, a repairman.
Yeah, that's why I was late. Yeah, it's 2 fucking weeks. I'm waiting for the repair guy to come to fix fix the stove, and the asshole comes when I gotta go on the stream. Thanks, guys.
Did the asshole hear you?
Yeah, well, I'm happy you're here, man. And hey, Kate, how you doing?
Thanks, man.
Long time no see.
Hi. I'm having a kind of rough evening today, but yeah, pretty good.
Okay, good. That's
More
the most
fiber.
important thing. So I want to say, hey, wise guys, thanks for coming. Glad
Hey,
you are
buddy.
here. Well, of course, we have Doris. A lot of cool people are in the chat. And Mr. Pale Rider says, "Get your pirate booty here, the shadow of the Kraken."
Thank you, brother. That's right.
Awesome. So, Vinny, you wanna talk about your comic?
Yeah, you want me to pull it up? You got it.
Yeah.
You have it? Or you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up, please. Yeah. Pull it up.
All right, hold on.
Let
Stand
me
back
whip
while
this up.
I
Just
look this up.
wait. I need to get something to drink as well. So I'm gonna, go back into the void.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of spooky when he does that.
This dude's amazing. By the way, I did hit 1K over on my YouTube channel. So,
Yeah, congratulations, dude.
Congrats,
thank
man.
you, everyone. Yeah, about time, right?
Didn't you hit 1K like 3 times?
Something like that. Yeah,
You deserve a medal for that, I think.
I think so, right?
I was
I
telling
ran
him
a
about the BS that was happening with YouTube.
Yeah, I guess because it was too many subs all at once, and they had to try to verify it or some shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I know that they like to screw us over. But anyway, yeah, I did it 3 times, guys.
Thanks, Dave.
Anything worth doing, do it 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, I heard from Chris that you've been screwed over by YouTube or something when it comes to hitting that.
I was, but luckily I did. They approved the partnership program, so I'm in like Flynn. So
Awesome.
hell yeah.
Nice
Thank
one,
you,
dude.
thank you, everyone.
Yeah, well deserved,
it's
man.
pretty damn
Cheers.
awesome. Cheers, bro. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Kraken. This is the newest campaign that I have, campaign number 6. And yeah, I've been working very hard on this one. I started doing updates as well. So like if you click over here, I'm gonna be posting another one probably the first week of November. But I've been doing time lapse drawings, which you could click here and here. But I wanted to make sure you guys are like well aware of like where I'm at with the project. So it looks like it'll be done first quarter of 2022. So not that far off from what I originally had because I wanted to do it around December. But again, I'm doing everything here. I'm drawing it, writing it, pencils, inks, lettering, you name it. And yeah, I'm working on the last act of the book. So lots of action right now, plenty of spoiler stuff. So I'm trying to kind of debate on what I could show you guys and what I can't show you guys with the updates, with the time lapse.
Yeah.
But
Everything, of course.
yeah, no, it's going to be fantastic, and I really can't wait for you guys to pick this book up, read it, because there's a lot going on in here. Our main character, we're going to be following him as he's part of the Royal Navy, and he flips over to becoming a pirate. You'll find out why throughout the course of the book. I show this scene, and it's very very brutal, but yeah, this guy he hit his breaking point too. Because like a lot of those guys, they become privateers anyway, but there's some that are even more nefarious, and they're still doing crimes, pretty much in the name of the crown, so to speak. So I took like one of those stories that I thought was pretty cool, and I know it kind of happened, but I had a heroic moment with that. But then my character, because I wanted to show kind of how life was in the Caribbean at that time. And what these guys had to do to survive. So this guy's going to start to break his moral code and his compass there, but he's trying to find his way back too. So I'm going to have that inner struggle with the character, but in the middle of all that, he does find this skull amongst this big treasure, and this thing has multiple maps carved into it. It's also coded, so it's not just X marks the spot. There's a bit of a journey that's going to be involved with this one. You're going to find out who that skull belongs to throughout the course of the series. So this is going to be more than one issue. I'll guarantee you guys that. Yeah, I want to have a much bigger world that I'm kind of setting up to here. And like all my books are connected in some way or another. So it's kind of a crucial story in the Mela Art World universe that pretty much created here. So
if I can ask you a question about that, what do you mean when you said all of your books are connected, but you have City of Phoenix, you have Through the Woods, now you have Shadow of the Krakens. You mean that's in the same universe, or?
Yes, they are. Obviously, like this tale is way older than something like City of Venus because that's set so far into the future. But there's going to be connecting elements you guys will see throughout these books.
Really?
That's as much as I could tell you right now.
Right. Okay. You're making me curious.
Yeah. No, because I want it to be like feel more tangible too, just like how we know real world history, like the Egyptian time, Roman times, stuff like that. But like we're living in a modern world right now, but we know all that stuff, right? So there could be like artifacts, things of that nature that, wink, wink, hint, hint. There might be some stuff popping up. But yeah, no, I think it's cool to do stuff like that, so that it does feel like a very lived-in world that we're pretty much creating here. It's much like like what Marvel had done, the original stuff. You'll see like Spider-Man pops up in books and this and that. Well, in here, when we get to more kind of contemporary times as well, you'll see other elements and other stories. They might connect a little bit better than other ones. So I'll just leave that there. But this one it's gonna have a supernatural twist to it as well. So it's not it's not just gonna be a straightforward pirate story. Although that's the base of it. Because if I said it in reality like that, and then I kind of pepper in what I need to and what you guys are gonna eventually see. Yeah. It's going to be big and it's going to feel a lot bigger as well. So that's kind of my goal with it.
Okay, is it cursed gold?
You're gonna have to get the book to find out.
I keep telling everybody it's the parrot. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Katie and Red, they love the parrot. But no, this book's gonna have everything you need for sure in it. But yeah, you're gonna have hot babes, you're gonna have treasure, beautiful locations, brutal ship battles. You're gonna have man-eating sharks here.
Yeah,
the works. The works. So I want to make sure it is going to be a very fun journey, but it's going to be gorgeous. Every single page is going to be better than a cover. Like it's the painted style that I do here. I just really want to make sure everything feels just epic on every level. Very very cinematic, very sexy too where you need it. But
you do it all yourself, right? You paint it, you draw it, you ink it, you write it. Am I forgetting something?
Letters.
Yeah, you do everything.
Lettering. Right? Yep. But and we do have a very nasty villain in this book as well, and he's pursuing the main characters. They're kind of unaware of it as well, up until a certain point. But his backstory is pretty rich and pretty crazy too. It's connected. Well, not connected, but you're definitely going to be seeing pirates in history that are going to be in this world. I'll let you guys know that. So if you are a little bit of a history buff, there might be a couple of things you'd be like, oh, that's cool that you added so and so in there. Yeah. And there's one or two that specifically have a big tie-in with the main story. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I promise you guys, this is going to be one hell of a book. I have like the cliffhanger kind of moment or the oh shit moment in the beginning of the book and at the end. In between, you get just a whole bunch of different stuff going on. Like I said, you get the ship battles, the hot women, what our characters are doing to kind of survive this world and what they because here's the thing with these pirates, if you become very notorious, you're going to be hunted down very quickly. Like your reign isn't going to be a long one. It's going to be very, very short because they send pirate hunters after you. The crown comes for you. You name it. So they're trying to stay under the radar for the most part. But there's also the stuff that I play with in here. I'm also messing around with slavery too, because that's what happened back then. That's,
Yeah. So you bring a certain realism into the books. I mean, well, you said there's pirate hunters, there's the crown, the kingdom behind them. When you watch movies, pirate movies, you all see, hey, pirates are cool, pirates are great, and in those movies or maybe even comics, those are great. But you are bringing some kind of a danger and realism to being a pirate. It's not yo ho and a rum of beer. You actually need to flee for your life a lot.
Oh yeah, it was brutal. It was cutthroat. There's a lot of deceptiveness that happened back then as well. But it's a fight for survival. Yeah, they say it's freedom on the open seas, but at the same time, what do you have to do for that freedom? Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be kind of exploring in here as well, and hopefully crafting something very special for you guys, because it has been in the works for about 3 years now, on and off, while I was running 5 other campaigns and doing fulfillment on all that stuff.
Great.
So yeah, I really made sure you guys needed something really badass, really awesome.
I can't wait to get it. I mean, I realize that each and every one of you, I'm not sure if yours area, but everybody is close to fulfillment, right? I'm not sure. It's yours, area.
Yeah, that's what the update I posted was about. Is we're shooting for a Christmas, so people will have it in time for Christmas. But it's taking kind of long, so maybe we'll push that into January.
Nice,
awesome. And yours, Vinny, is close. Chris is very close. Miriam, yours is done, right? Did you go see an ancestor? Hey, Johnny, how you doing, man? What we do with a drunken sailor? Yeah.
Hey, Johnny. Yeah.
I love this. Vinny comes on and suddenly the chat turns into pirate babble.
Dar.
Which is funny because I didn't really talk like that. Yet everyone thinks that they did. There was just a lot of proper English and Irish and Scottish. There was like a whole blend of different things. But it wasn't really that Argan yo ho ho shit.
See, Chris, it's not true at all. He's not a babber at all. Babber. I'm gonna steal that one. Don't forget it.
But yeah, I think you guys are going to be very, very entertained. And after this one is done, I'm jumping back to City of Venus 2. Everyone's been asking for it. I know I left you guys in a big cliffhanger, but this story had to be told. But I'm going back to that one afterwards, and it will be 50 pages as well, just so you guys know.
That's a big one. Okay.
Hey, I'm listening to everyone. They want more. They want more page count, so you guys are going to get it.
Awesome. Oh, we have Said Comics. That's the wrong one. Said Comics is in the house. Hey, what's up, everyone? Hey, man.
Hello.
How you doing?
Bristolian Dave, what up?
Tag team champion.
If you're into Slave Wing, Blackbeard did well. The true Bristolian.
You hear that? Dave's really into the slave.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bristolian Dave is a slaver. Oh, man. Look out, man. Cancel culture is coming.
Well, he freed slaves first. He had them part of his crew. And then when he was really going mad from the syphilis, he sold them in the North Carolina, I think, over there. He betrayed them afterwards.
Who did? Blackbeard or Dave?
Yeah, no, Blackbeard. Pirate, scumbag.
Those damn slavers. Okay. Yeah, man, it looks awesome. I can't wait to get it. All of your books.
And the other projects are still available. So the 4 you see here. First 3 you could find over on City of Venus and the Through the Woods. It's its own campaign, hardcover book, 100 pages, contained story. So you get it all right there. And these books on the bottom, they ship immediately. So
they do.
So jump on it, because once Through the Woods is gone, I'm not going back to print on a hardcover book like that. So
if it's gone, then it's gone. So that's more like get it now or too bad.
No, get it on eBay for 10 times the price.
Right.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, I sold about 750 something of them. Somewhere around there. Dang, yeah. So, it's trust me, it was a lot of work. 2 pallets. This thing was literally a ton of books. That's how much it weighed. A fucking ton. And my brother Frank and I, we carried them up a couple flights of stairs because we couldn't keep them where they dropped them off. So it was pretty intense. And then we had to start fulfillment on them. And I did it for you guys all at the height of the coof. So we made some magic happen.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, everyone.
People are starving for great books, Vinny.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Cool.
We got a library for them.
Absolutely gorgeous book.
Well, one thing I'd like to add
stunning.
as well.
Like, your artwork is amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
The digital stuff doesn't do it justice either. I mean, I got the Through the Woods hardcover, and it's jaw dropping. It's really good. It like the digital stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, it looks kind of pretty. You know, you're looking at it through a YouTube screen or whatever. But when you get the actual book, like, it's really good.
Oh, dude, see, that's why I made sure to find a printer that was in the U.S. that had the highest quality I could find, and that's why I started letting people know about them. Zaid also uses them. A bunch of people, because like I wanted to make sure I was the first guy using them over here. So I'm like, yeah, the quality is insane on this. The floppies are amazing, but yeah, I know the what do you call it? Like the standard trade paperbacks. Why can't I think of the term? Not floppies, but perfect bound. Perfect bound. The perfect bound are absolutely gorgeous. Because I did a test. I got 2 or 3 of them made from Through the Woods, and I was very, very impressed with how that came out. But I listened to the fans because I said, "What other stretch goal do you guys want?" And they're like, hardcover, almost universally. I'm like, holy shit. All right. Well, if we could get close, we get real close. I crunched the numbers as tightly as I could, but we did it and we surpassed it. So that is epic. And yeah, we made it happen. And yeah, it's hey, I like to do something like that again in the future, but we'll see. We'll see. The numbers have to go a lot higher.
Yeah, awesome. Vinny, I have to give the word to Kate because I heard she is not, going long on our stream. She is.
Oh yeah, go for
time.
Go for it.
So, Miriam.
It's all right. I'm not really a pitch material today, so.
Oh.
It's cool. I just wanted to hang out, with you guys.
Are you sure you don't want to promote Bonds?
Oh, and also Sunsworn.
Yeah, well, Bonds is pretty much done, and there is only a limited supply, right? So we have somewhere around 30 to 40 books left completely, and we are completely done.
That's awesome.
But great news is about Sunsworn. Pretty much all the trading cards that were the last part of the puzzle finally arrived, to house, and the fulfillment started. So expect to get your book very soon. It's, top quality.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. These books are amazing. I have my Bonds packaged beautifully. The book is absolutely amazing. You can see the hard work that went into this and the love and care.
Yeah.
Beautiful cover, beautiful saturated colors.
Hell yeah.
Great black and white. A lot of
paper. I'm very proud about the packaging, just so you know, because like that was a lot of work and a lot of books, right? And the Red packed all the books with with a lot of care.
I must say the packaging, the whole box thing, that was really a surprise. I didn't know that you do that, but it was fantastic. It's open like it's feeling it. I felt that I opened a present and there's something cool in it, and it was, with a lot of goodies. I'm really happy with the purchase, and the art is killer. The story is really engaging. It sets up a great story for what's coming next. It's an coming of age story, very detailed. Art with great looking wolves. Probably, you're very good at that. Also, body language and characters. Great.
I don't know if I ever told that to you, but before drawing Bonds, I've never drawn a wolf before.
Really?
No way.
That's the first time drawing wolves.
Wow.
Then most impressive.
I was actually more of a horse and dragon person. I can draw a horse pretty much from any angle that you wish.
Okay.
And same kind of goes with dragons. And I just was at the beginning of Kuf, I kind of came across this werewolf literature and started writing it. But I guess drawing is more of my language. How to communicate.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm just gonna quickly show you what I'm working on because I've been really busy.
Okay,
I'm pretty much running out of time. Do you remember Mad Max, the Fury Road?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much making.
What the hell is that?
The Furious a belt.
Oh, nice.
We have a party, right? So I'm pretty much
that's awesome.
Making stuff and armor from the foam, and shit like that. So Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. Wow. That's
Taylor.
yeah.
Yep.
So wait a minute. How do I get you? Okay, here we go. It's been a while. So okay, that's
It's not
surprising.
Christmas every day.
I mean, as someone would say in the chat, hey, that is something you could use for in a dungeon.
Yeah. You and your dungeons, man.
Not again.
Yeah, not again. Okay.
Come on, Vinny, you barely escaped. And then you decided to come back.
Oh no!
Oh my god, it's like Squid Game.
Did you guys see it?
Yeah, I finally finished it.
I think you had some kind of like postpartum Stockholm syndrome, right? Like you just wish to escape so bad, and then you realized you missed Marinus.
He promised a lot of money if we could kill each other down there.
Money.
Oh,
Are you
man.
sure? Are you sure that was the currency?
Boy, I hope it was.
Let's imagine a Comicsgate Squid Game. I wonder who's going on top.
And right now, I pretty much started experimenting with the glowing paint. You know, the one that glows in the dark. So, I don't have my phone with me. Maybe I could share.
Yep.
Okay. Just very, very quickly. Just give me a
Give
bit.
you the floor again. Oh, wait a minute. So
there it is. So this is how it looks like when it's normal during the light, and this is how it looks when it glows.
Oh, look at
oh
that!
man, that's killer.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
beautiful.
awesome.
Holy shit.
I just love it. I bought like 3 samples. It's the purple. It glows purple. Orange glows yellowish, greenish, and the pink glows, I think, blue, which is kind of strange, but who am I to judge, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Wow. You surprise us every day, Kate. It's great stuff.
I just like to test stuff, test what's available, and be creative in any type of way.
See, Dave gets it. Dave
Tony
gets
and
it.
Dave's firing them off.
Even Johnny agrees, right?
Of course.
Well, I know me
Yeah.
too well. I'm not
Johnny's
sure if
been
that's
there.
a good thing, right? Okay.
Johnny,
So,
who are we to judge, right?
I'm sorry.
I said, Johnny, who are we to judge?
Don't kink shame.
Oh. Yeah. Johnny is also a great artist, by the way. Check him out. He's on Twitter. Johnny Cage, JP7. He's doing great stuff. I mean, a lot of people in the chat is doing great stuff. Follow all of them. So if you
Vinny,
Yes.
Vinny, don't be mad. I'm speaking out of jealousy. He never invited me to the dungeon.
Yeah.
Speaking of dungeons,
Oh,
we're playing
yeah.
a little Squid Game soon on the Bargain Bin show.
yeah.
Oh, excellent.
So Halloween's coming up. It's like 5 days away or something. So we're doing a special Halloween episode on the Bargain Bin. And if you want to find out who's going to win out of all 4 of the regular Bargain Bin crew, plus a bunch of guests like Marinus,
Yeah.
then tune in 7
Wait.
p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern on Jacobus Gotex's channel. We have got some gruesome
Hey, Mike.
games lined up for the contestants. And let's just wait and see what happens. See who makes it out alive and who's left to enjoy the spoils of the Bargain Bin Squid Game. So Marinus is on the show, so you can expect a taxi to pull up outside your house sometime soon, and just get in. They will gas you, knock you out, but just go with it.
What?
Who's
you,
gonna
knock you out.
We
What's
need your measurements for the jumpsuits, and
Wow.
I think
Okay.
Marinus is going to stab you all in your sleep, and then you're going to play the game the next day.
okay,
I like how
we'll
two,
see
no
who
one gets
survives
that
the
alive.
Squid Game.
well, 2 of you look greatly concerned, you and Bristolian Dave, whereas Jacobus and Rob look like this is going to be fun.
They're ready for it.
Oh, man.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Oh shit!
That's awesome.
Gassos, this is CG UK, not Germany.
Oh, it's 9-bit.
Well, you never know when you're with Biden in the pouch.
Oh,
Okay.
that's true. That's the next booster.
Guys, Nerium needs to go.
Tailless.
No problem, Nerium. I'm glad that you are here. Maybe we can chat on a later date. You know, you are welcome to join. You know, come back when you are.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stop by later a little
Sure.
bit. Yeah, thank you much for having me on.
Of course, you always.
Bye bye, guys.
Always
Bye.
great seeing you. Have a
Bye-bye.
great night.
God,
Yeah.
her glow in the dark paint. Like if a printer
Right?
could pull that off, holy crap!
Oh, that'd
Right.
be amazing.
I mean, that girl is so talented. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
she is.
I mean,
Yeah.
when she said, "Oh, I just never drew a wolf," and then she hits that out of the park. I was like, I don't know, man. How? Why? It's from fart in the back and put it over your head. What?
That's a horrible game to play.
Oh,
That's what
man,
you played as a
girls don't
kid?
want to do that.
So
Jesus.
that's how you get gassed. That's how
Yeah.
you know, the gassing is taco
Yeah.
night at Fisk House.
Will they be farting in the fans? Oh, that's horrible. Horrible.
So what
Okay.
What other childhood games is Dave thinking of?
Yeah. Yeah, Dave.
Rochambeau.
So check out
What-
the screen I'm sharing with you, Marinus. It's a
Oh, yeah.
a
Let
new
me,
character for Vinny, one of
put
Vinny's
this up.
books.
What's this?
Wow, Dave. All right, we're gonna have to draw you into the next issue.
Yeah.
Hey, Babbers.
All right, me babbers. Pirates are coming to
Army
town.
Babber.
Oh my god.
Is
You're
that
looking
an
great,
electric
man.
wheelchair? Or...
Oh, is he disabled too?
I don't know.
Oh man, you guys are hard on him.
Jesus
I
Christ.
know. He
What's
is
going
building
on?
up an inner rage that I'm glad I'm on this side of the pond when it goes off.
Right?
What have you
Holy
done,
crap.
Dave? Look at us. You know, making fun of you.
He's gonna hunt us for sport.
I expect to go on your next show like dressed like that. You're gonna dress like that, and I'm.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dave, if these are your friends, I'd hate to see who your enemies are.
Right.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's
he
priceless.
doesn't have any enemies. They're all dead because he is no beard Bristolian Babbers, the meanest pirate in all the land.
Nice. Yeah, because he farted in bags and he put it over their heads.
He made them walk the plank.
the babber plank. No, we're kidding, Dave, as always. So, yeah, I think we have a great stream. Maybe a little bit too on the topic. You know, not much of side stuff, but that's not important. Important is that we talk about comics, that we promote comics, that we help each other, share all these great comics to everyone on Twitter, on social media, or wherever. And let's bring people, to where they should be, and that's what's on top.
Mhm.
So that brings us to, I think we gonna need to end the video. Well, we not need to, but we're gonna do it anyway. So, Chris, Aria, Vinny, thank you so much for coming. I had a blast, and guys on the chat, I'm glad you are here. Give me a like if you want. Share my video, like my video, subscribe to my channel. You can find Chris on
Twitter at Infinitel Comic. You can also go to infinitelchronicles.com.
Mhm.
And then for the next 6 days, we have the Indiegogo campaign. Just type in Infinitel in Indiegogo and it should lead you right here.
Awesome. Aria, where do people find you?
Yeah, so you can find me everywhere on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Just search for @Aria_Blackness. Check out the YouTube. We got the Bargain Bin shows on there.
Mhm.
We've got the Blackness podcast, all that stuff. Check out my Twitter for the latest campaign update. It's pinned to the top of my Twitter feed. And of course, check out the Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space. It's on Indiegogo. Just search for Tailless on there. And get yourself a Pumpkin Spice Tailless today. How many did I say was remaining? Like 4?
4
maybe?
left.
Yeah, 4 remaining.
Four.
Wow.
Back him on his own. Back any artwork. We'll He's really cool. The CG's first scented action figure. Go check it out, guys.
Awesome. I leave all the links in the description on the video. So if you want to click on that and back all these great projects, that would be nice. Vinny, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Vinny Art on Twitter. I'm pretty much all social media. My YouTube as well is Vinny Art. So go check it out. Like I said, we hit 1K, and I'll be doing another stream Friday. I usually do Fridays and Sundays, but I still put up like I do toy reviews, art classes. Yeah, we have a good time over there. So please check out all that great stuff. And yeah, you can also find me over on like the Rogue Entertainment stuff. We'll be doing a lot of streams with those guys, just really awesome people. And you can find me burning a lot of documents now for the next couple of days. They're on to me.
Oh, man.
Fuck that guy.
I was waiting for that.
Ban that video.
Well, I have nothing to add.
I love that. That was brilliant.
Me too. I was waiting for that. I said, when he's going to do it? I don't know.
There you go.
Great. Awesome, Vinny. So, guys, you can find me here, Darksiders Comics, on my YouTube channel, on Twitter. Follow me there. And I have also an Instagram account, also Darksiders Comics. You can follow me there as well. And I'm coming back soon. I miss these kind of chats with people because normally I'm on other shows. And this is the first time in a very long time that I'm, being a host. So, I need to work on that a little bit. But, the more I do it, the better I get. I mean, that's what I'm telling myself. So, yeah. It's coming.
Dude, you're awesome, man. Yeah, anyway, if you haven't subscribed yet to Marinus, do it. Awesome brother, man. Helps out so many people, too. And just a great guy.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you, Brady.
Always a
Awesome.
pleasure.
So, guys, see you later. Thanks for coming. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Later.
Later.